Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're continuing our series in the Player's Handbook, discussing the specifics of the changes of the core classes. I've already gone over the classes in the new Player's Handbook in relative detail, but one thing I didn't do was discuss specifically how they've changed from 2014 to 2024. If you're not interested in the old 2014 rules, don't worry about this video. Go watch the one that covers the classes in the new book directly. But if you're an old school player who is used to the old rules of 5e, and you want to know how have your favorite classes been shifted, this is the video. And today we're talking about the Paladin. Paladins have always been one of the most powerful classes in 5e. They are amazing casters, amazing martial combatants, they're charisma-based, so they can be great party faces, they're strong, they've got basically everything going for them. So how have they been changed? How would you take something so good and make tweaks to it in order to make it better? If you're playing a paladin and you're shifting over to the new rules, what do you need to know? We'll get into the details in just a moment. Before we do, though, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. First, you get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know you're a supporter. Also, you get early access to my videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I upload them a day early for members only. And finally, you get VIP access in the community Discord. Anyone can join the Discord. There's links in the video and channel description, but if you're a channel member, you get access to the VIP room and can talk directly to me. I'll review your character concept, your campaign ideas, talk about YouTube, whatever you like. If any of that sounds interesting to you, you can click the join button just down there next to the subscribe button, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. Just being here at all, watching the video, liking and subscribing, those are all wonderful ways to support me. So thank you for watching my content here on YouTube. So Paladins. Right away at level 1, Paladins get the classic lay on hands feature. Healing and removal of poisons, we all know it. The only change is that it now takes a bonus action. That's fantastic. It used to take a full action to do. Now it's a bonus action. That's a significant improvement for a class that really wants their action to attack and stuff like that. So love that. You also get Divine Sense at level 1 in the 2014 rules. That's been moved now to Channel Divinity. We'll talk about that in just a sec. Now, the other thing you get at level 1 is spell casting. It used to be Paladins didn't get that till level 2 when they got their first level spells. They're still half casters. They still progress at the half caster rate, getting their second level spells at level 5 and so on. But now you get your level 1 spells at character level 1, which is an improvement. It used to be level 2. And I like that. Now you can start smiting straight away at level 1. Speaking of smiting, Paladin's Smite has now replaced Divine Smite as a class feature, and you get that at level 2. What this means is you always have the Divine Smite spell prepared, because now Divine Smite isn't a class feature that you can just dump spell slots into. It's a spell. An actual spell that you have to cast in order to use it. It takes a bonus action instead of no action when you land an attack, which limits your smites to once per turn. On the flip side, Divine Smite now has a variety of different smites. I mean, it always did, but now they have some legitimate reasons to look into various smites. Don't get confused, though. The Paladin Smite feature simply says you always have Divine Smite prepared, and you get a free casting of it once per day. You can still get it at level 1 if you choose to prepare it with your spell casting. It's just that you don't get the free casting and the automatic preparing until level 2. So that can be a little confusing. But either way, you can smite at level 1 with your spell slots and beyond, and at level 2, you always get Divine Smite and get the free smite once a day. Other features that you get at level 1, your armor, your skills, your saving throws, those are all the same. The only real tweak is the fighting style feature. You do get a fighting style at level 2, and there used to be a limited list that you could pull from. That doesn't work that way anymore. Now you can take any fighting style from the fighting style feats, and you get the specialty one, which allows you to get the cleric cantrips. I think it's called Blessed Warrior. It's one that the fighter doesn't get access to, and it allows you to take a couple cantrips from the cleric list that count as paladin spells for you. It's a great fighting style to take. I love paladins that focus on spell casting. That's fun. But yeah, you can take any fighting style you like. You know, if you want to be an archer, a dual wielder, take defense, take interception, you take great weapon fighting if you really want. It's not amazing, but you can take it. There is no limitation anymore like there used to be. So that's also good. And I think that that's a nice upgrade for the paladin. Then we move on to Channel Divinity. This has been taken out of the subclasses and given to the main class. I should say, subclasses, which you still get at level 3, still have uses for Channel Divinity. As I've mentioned in my subclass review videos, you still can burn a use of Channel Divinity to utilize a subclass feature. That hasn't changed. But now you have a core class feature, and that's Divine Sense. You can use Channel Divinity and give yourself the sense to see, like, you know, fiends or undead or whatever within 60 feet of you. Unlike the old Divine Sense, it now lasts for 10 minutes, making it much handier than the, like, single round that you got before. You can actually utilize it to, like, hunt them or fight them. It's much better now. So, yeah, Divine Sense is significantly improved, moved to level 3, and linked with Channel Divinity. Nice. The Divine Health feature, the thing that made you, like, immune to disease, that's gone now. Diseases in general seem to have been, like, removed from the game for the most part, so I understand why they took this away. It wasn't doing much anyway, but yeah, you're no longer immune to disease. Divine Health just doesn't exist anymore. Still get the same ability score increases, throughout your career as you always did. You still get extra attack. That hasn't changed. Now you have an ability called Faithful Steed. This automatically prepares the Fine Steed spell. Most paladins took it anyway, but now it's automatically prepared for you, and you get a free casting of it once per day. Whether you need that or not is questionable, but I will say it's nice that they're pushing this into the core class. They're telling players, hey, by the way, if you didn't know, this spell's amazing. And by the way, Fine Greater Steed isn't in the book anymore. Fine Steed, the core spell, has an upcasting caveat, where if you cast it at the 4th level, you get the Greater Steeds. You can get the flying mounts and stuff. Paladins don't typically get those spell slots until they reach 13th level. But I will say that does give kind of pause for someone who's taken 5 levels in Paladin. They get the Faithful Steed thing. And then they can take full caster levels, like Sorcerer or something, and get it earlier than a normal Paladin would, as well as better slots for spiting and whatever. So yeah, the Sorkadin is definitely a win in this case. You get the better steeds now easier. Aura of Protection, the incredible feature, hasn't changed. Still does the same stuff it always has the same ranges. And the Aura of Courage, same deal. The immunity to fear is still there and going strong. You do get a new feature called Abjure Foes. This sort of resembles Turn Undead, but it doesn't specifically target undead. You can use an action, target a bunch of creatures, charisma modifier, number of creatures. They make a save. If they fail, they're frightened. They have their action economy reduced, and they have to dash away from you. They don't have to dash away from you. They try to get away from you. They have limited actions, and they're frightened. It's a good feature. I think that it is one of those things that you would probably use in an emergency situation. It does take a full action to do it, but it's just baked into the class now. So, yeah. And it can't just target all undead like the clerics turn undead, but you could target undead with it if they weren't immune to fear. So, that's cool. Next up, the improved Divine Smite. That's the thing that just added a bit of radiant damage to every attack you made. Still is here, it's just called Radiant Strikes, which makes more sense to me. You know, you can pile this on with regular Divine Smite because it doesn't take any action economy to use Radiant Strikes. Nice. It's basically the same as it always has been. There is the feature Restoring Touch, and it replaces Cleansing Touch. Cleansing Touch was an upgrade to Lay on Hands, which lets you remove certain ailments, certain status effects. Restoring Touch actually removes more of them. Now I think it removes like stunned and paralyzed. Maybe the old one did too. Either way, it removes most status ailments now. So yeah, other than like unconscious, which you would use regular Lay on Hands points for that. Yeah, Restoring Touch is here, and it's a little bit buffed, I believe. You still get your aura expansion. Your aura protection goes out to 30 feet at level 18. That's still here. And the epic boon feats are new, but everyone gets those. That's not specific to paladins. So yeah, that is about it for paladins. Not a huge change. The biggest change is to Divine Smite itself. And I know that a lot of folks are upset about that. A lot of folks feel that that was too heavy of a nerf, demanding your bonus action for it and making it a spell, so you had to be able to cast spells to do it. That takes smites away from like Raging Barbarians and whatnot. But I will say, paladins have always felt like on the edge of the power curve. They have always been incredibly strong. Making Divine Smite a little more limited, but a little more varied, making the other smite spells more, they're better for consideration now than they used to be. But in return, we've got Divine Sense has been improved, Lay on Hands has been improved, all the fighting styles are open to you, you get Fine Steed automatically, and all of your other powers like Extra Attack, Aura of Protection, Aura of Courage, Radiant Strikes, it's all here. You're still playing a paladin. You're still the badass with the awesome defensive aura, with the awesome, melee attacks that can like lay on Nova damage. Not as much as before, but you still can do quite a bit. And yeah, I think paladins are still incredibly strong. I don't think that the nerf to Divine Smite has made them bad. Not even close. They are radically strong and are still one of the best classes in the game. And the fact that their other features have been buffed honestly make them more well-rounded. Making a dex-based paladin, a spell-casting-based paladin, a defensive paladin, all these options are here and are more, approachable. You don't have to play this massive Nova-based paladin like most people did before. It feels like you've got more choice, more selection, and they're more legitimate now. I love paladins. I think that they're awesome, and I have no complaints with this new one. I'm okay with the changes that have been happening, and I think that these ones are great. So yeah, thanks Wizards. Paladins, looking good. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, and keep your eyes peeled for more class comparisons coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.